My power bill keeps climbing. Everyone says it's the AI data centers.
Everyone says 267%. Have you ever seen where that number comes from?
No, but it gets repeated enough that it must be somewhere.
It is somewhere. It is real. It is the wholesale price, what utilities pay producers in the specific hours and specific places where demand spikes.
And that is not what I pay.
Not even close. Your rate is set in advance for a whole year at a time by a regulator. The wholesale price moves every 5 minutes.
So the number is true and useless.
True, and about a different thing, which is the most common way a real number gets used to say something false.
Then what is the number for me?
In Virginia, the data center capital of the country, the measured effect of data center capacity on the average residential bill is $1.98 a month.
$1.98.
A month.
That is less than a coffee.
It is, and I want to be careful because this is where most videos on this topic quietly change the subject.
Change it how?
They tell you the data centers are enormous, which is true, and let you assume the bill follows. Data centers were 4.4% of U.S. electricity in 2023. By 2028, somewhere between 6.7 and 12%.
That is a huge jump, but so why is my share $2?
Because somebody wrote a rule. Virginia's regulators built a separate rate class for very large customers.
Meaning what in practice?
14-year contracts, and a minimum share of the demand charges, whatever they actually end up using.
What is a demand charge?
You pay for the electricity you use. A big customer also pays for the capacity held ready in case they use it. That is the expensive part, and it is the part that gets argued over.
So they pay even if they never draw it?
A minimum share of it, yes, that single clause is most of your 198.
That feels like it should be obvious.
It is obvious once someone has fought for it. It is not obvious before.
Why 14 years, though? That is oddly specific.
Because of what gets built. A data center is a decision a company can reverse. It can close, move, downsize, be sold.
And the power plant?
The power plant, the substation, the transmission line. Those are paid off over decades. They do not care that the customer left.
So somebody is paying for that plant either way.
Always. The only question is who. A 14-year contract is an attempt to make the answer be the company that asked for it.
And if the contract were 2 years?
Then the company leaves in year 3, and the plant has 27 years left on it.
Okay, so what happens in a state that never wrote that rule?
The cost goes into the general pool. It gets spread across every household on the system, a little at a time in a rate case nobody watches.
How much is a little?
Small enough per household that no single bill looks wrong. That is exactly why it works.
The same trick as the shelf tag.
The same trick as everything on this channel. Nothing that gets taken from you at scale ever looks large on your copy of the paperwork.
So the rule is the whole story.
The rule is the whole story. Which is why the interesting question was never how big the data center is.
Fine. Today it is $2. Does it stay $2?
That is the right question, and there is real work on it. NC State and Carnegie Mellon modeled what data center and cryptocurrency demand does to power costs by 2030.
And?
Nationally, average costs up 6 to 29% against a future without that growth.
That is a wide range.
It is a range because it depends on decisions that have not been made yet. That is the honest version.
And the worst case?
Up to 57% in the hardest hit regions: Virginia, Eastern North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, West Texas, Ohio, West Virginia, New York.
So data centers are bad for everyone's bill.
No, and if I said that you should stop trusting me, there is a real argument the other way.
Go on.
A grid has enormous fixed costs. Poles, wires, plants. They cost the same whether they carry a little or a lot. Add a huge customer paying its share, and those fixed costs spread across more electricity.
Which could push rates down.
It can, and in some places it has. Whether a data center raises your bill or lowers it is not decided by its size. It is decided by the rate design. Same building, opposite outcome.
Then what do I actually do?
3 things, and the first one is free. Your state has a Public Utilities Commission, and it publishes its rate cases. That is the document.
And I search for what?
Large load tariff, or data center rate class. If your state has one, it will say the contract length and whether there is a minimum demand charge. Those two numbers are the whole protection.
And if there isn't one?
Then the default applies and the cost is already being spread. Second thing, rate cases take public comment and almost nobody sends any.
And the third?
Stop arguing about the 267%. It was never your number. The number that decides your bill is a contract length in a document you have never opened.